There we go. Hello, and we are live. How are
Hi,
you?
I'm great, Christine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So this hellos are all for the replay watchers because the live people are going to be coming on momentarily, and so we will um, give them a few seconds. Uh-oh, what's the matter? You forgot to do
Well,
your YouTube.
I will
Well,
see if I can hit that while you chat,
okay. So Anne's going to do some tech issues while we chat.
because you would always do it at the last minute. Actually, I
Right.
can't do it. It's
No.
I've
Well,
got to add a whole lot of stuff.
you'll have to
I've got to,
upload it at the end. Hi, Jenny.
yeah.
Jenny's the first to say hello. So yeah, so we'll introduce ourselves maybe a couple of times as we're waiting for people to get on. But I'm Christine Josti of Mail Something Pretty, and I live in the South Shore area, which is just south of Boston, Massachusetts. And my partner in crime here.
Is Anne Lewis. I'm trying to do two things at once and I can't see a thing. Hi, I'm Anne Lewis. I'm based on the Sunshine Coast here in Australia.
And I
So,
wrote in my email this morning, just in case there's anyone new to us, a little kind of introduction of how we met and who, why why we do these lives together. And so Anne and I met. It sounds funny to me. We met online many years ago.
it was not a dating service, and
No,
for those
it
who
was
were just thinking,
it was
it was
actually an
working.
it was an accountability group, and we hit it off, as you'll tell. And so we kind of stayed together as accountability partners, and then through Stamp It Up had different events, and so we've met in person together a few times now. And so some of you may know that she actually came to visit my house last fall. It was almost a year ago.
Nearly a year ago. Yes. I keep
And then
thinking,
I
I
know
wish it was there this year
I
again.
wish you were too, but you wouldn't like the weather. The weather's been horrible. Yeah. And so, anyways, yeah, so that's how we met. And so then, as we were doing that, we did a live together in person together. And then it's kind of turned into doing these monthly lives. And so she is far away from me in Australia, and I'm far away from her in the Boston area. And so we do our lives together. So if you are watching, come on, say hello in the comments. You want to say where you're from, or if you want to say a little bit about yourself. But we love to have people watching live, and we love to have people watching on the replay. And so don't be shy about that as well. And we're going
And
to
now,
make some fun projects.
Christine, I'm not even on Facebook because you haven't put
You
me on
should be. I
Facebook.
did. I put you're on
Oh, you
Facebook.
did.
I put you
Oh,
on
so I
Facebook,
might be
but
on
not.
Facebook.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
but not
That's
on
not your
YouTube.
fault. We were chatting away. But one of the things I do want to say, because I loved reading this morning when because I get your emails as well, what you put there. But I just also it's really good when we do these Facebook lives because we've got different ways of crafting. We use our products differently. We have different techniques. And so I think it gives everybody two different looks at how
Hmm.
you can either use the same products, do the same technique, etc. And I know every month that we do this, I learn something or pick up something, even if it's only little. I go, you do that? And then
Exactly.
I actually think about it and think whether that's something that I would be a better way of doing stuff.
Yeah, and likewise.
So,
Likewise.
yeah.
All right, so we have Karen watching too. Hello, Christine and Ann watching from Iowa, where all the windows are wide open. Oh, you lucky, lucky. We are like 99% humidity, and it's been this way all summer. Sue Friedland is hello. Hi, love listening and watching you both. Oh, great. So thank you.
Hi,
And
Sue.
so, yeah, awesome. All right. So, yeah, so keep putting the comments in, keep saying hello, say hello to each other. You guys are starting to meet each other online as well. Some of you make building little relationships online. And we are going to get to our projects, I think. So each month I said in the email, and we've said on our little advertising, that we focus on one thing the same, and then we usually do it differently. So whether it's a product or a technique or a color combination or a fold or Hot Lauderhill. I don't know where that is. Um, so this month we're working on the Full of Life. Oh, I should probably take this off. The Full of Life Designer Series paper. So paper share version. It is 6 by 6 and it's all nice and bright. And so actually I'll show it, you probably see it better on my desktop here. So yep, and Jenny is from New Mexico. Okay, Sue's from Florida. Excellent. Yeah, so keep them coming in. All right, I'm going to put my desktop on, Anne, just so you know. There we
That's
go.
good.
Okay.
I'm looking for the color. Have you got all the colors there?
Oh, I do.
Righto, because
I'll tell you. It's a
I've
lot of
shifted
colors.
everything, and that's why I love it so much.
So this is actually, this is a paper share version, and this is what I do. And I put the colors on here. So it's Balmy Blue, Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Lemon Lime Twist, Merlin Mambo, Petunia Pops, Pretty in Pink, Pumpkin Pie, Real Red, Shaded Spruce, and Shy Shamrock. There's a lot of colors in this pack. You can kind of see them all
so
here on this top one.
if you've got any Stampin' Up colors, there's probably a very good chance that it's going to match this
Something that
paper.
matches. And
Yeah,
black matches perfectly if you don't even have
that's
any of
true.
the colors. So I'm showing you this graphic side, but I am actually using the other side. Because I thought a lot of the samples I've seen have used all these graphic sides, which are beautiful. But I am going to use with my projects this side. So this is more watercolor-ish. And so
I
it's
just
kind of
love this.
nice. Yeah, me too. It was something I was drawn to right away, but I have to tell you, this is the first project I've made with it. All right, so that's the paper. So let me grab, actually, no, I have what I set aside. Okay, so I'm trying to think, I'm going to show you, I have 3 kind of similar-ish examples to show you. I'm going to show you the first one, and that's what I'm going to make. And then the other 2 are other versions. So I made this gift tag.
Sorry. Yes.
So it's a nice little, like a bag tag or gift tag or present topper, however you say it. And so I'm going to make a different colored version of this, and I'll give you a couple tips along the way of how to put this together. So I was actually asking my daughter what she calls these shapes, and first she said pinwheel, and then she goes, no, 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 that's not right. And then she wasn't sure. I call them medallions, and you call them rosettes, right?
I do call them rosettes.
So if you have another name for the, it's a 3D thing, let me know. Because I could be calling it wrong, but I always call them medallions, but who knows? But rosettes is a good topic too.
What's the name of the set?
Oh, sorry. Thank you. So so a set comes with this paper, but I think Anne's going to show you that. I don't have it. So I decided to use, it's called Round We Go. And so this really cool piece, it just makes making these rosettes and medallions so much easier than how we used to make them. But I'm loving these 2, again, I guess these are medallion shapes or scallop shaped circles. And I'll show you what each of them does along the way. But first I'm going to start with this piece, and because that's key to the whole thing. All right. I'm going to forget where I put everything.
Now let me know if you throw me back to me, because I'm just trying to not sort my stuff out, but tidy it up again after I threw everything around.
Okay. So you need a Stanley Cut and Emboss machine to do these. You can actually use a mini one or a big one, because all of the dies would fit in the mini machine, except if you were going to use the mini machine, you would just have to cut your paper down. But actually what I want to show you is you can actually get you can get 4, like, if you be careful, you can get 4 cuts from one piece of 6x6 paper, which means you can make 2
that's good.
rosettes, but you have to get really close. So I've already cut 2 here, and I just want to show you. So what I did was, and I've been offsetting them so they're not exactly the same color, since this paper has different colors. I didn't want it too even, but I matched, hopefully you can see it, yeah. I matched these teeth up exactly right on top of this
Ah,
teeth, and so there's a tiny little gap. So if I put it right on top, there's still that little gap, and you'll see what happens. And we need 2 of them to make one full circle. All right. So here's one. And so what happens is you get this one is really close, but you get this little zigzag piece. So you can even cut that off and use it as something. So then this one just fits. Those teeth are going right up to the edge of the paper, and that scallop is right at the end. Move this up a little so you can see. All right, so I have this one. So these are 2 here. And so you can see on them, there is this zigzag or triangle edge, and then there's this rounded edge. And so as we put them together, I'm going to show you that you need to put them together the same size, but by offsetting them, it kind of, so your paper is not the exact same placement.
yep, I like that. Now,
Yep,
Christine,
and you get
for
4 of these.
anyone looking for where to find this in the catalog, it's on
Oh,
page
yep,
63.
I actually marked it off. Thank you.
Oh,
So here it is. So ours is on page 43. We might have
oh,
different page numbers. So
really?
the Australian catalog, I guess, is page 63, and the US catalog is page 43. That's a big difference, 20 pages. That's interesting. But here's the
That's
paper,
unbelievable.
and here's
Oh,
some
wait a
fun.
minute. You're on the Full of Life. I was talking about the Round We Go bundle.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
I'm sorry. That
Let's
will
see.
explain
Let's go to
that.
page 63 and let's see.
Yeah. I don't think
Yep.
I am live streaming to anywhere because not one of my ladies have hooked
All right,
on.
because
But that's okay.
I have it, there's a check mark next to Facebook
Ah,
on
I
yours. So
I won't check, otherwise
if
it'll
you're watching from
feedback.
Australia, please write something so we know that it's working. Otherwise, Anne will upload it later or download it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, anyways, that's how you can get 4 from one sheet of paper. Like here's another one. And you get these fun little pieces if you want to use the zigzags and something. I haven't used them yet, but all right.
Ideo. Now, I'll just say this, Anne Marie had to come to YouTube, went to Facebook, but couldn't see a live feed, only a still shot.
Huh. Okay.
We'll do the best we can with what
Yeah,
we got.
I don't know
But
why
there's a
that's
couple watching from Facebook. So it
from
looks like
my Facebook or
no,
your Facebook.
from your Facebook. So it must be working somewhere, but maybe not
So,
everywhere.
Ann, why don't you, while I'm making this, why don't you go to your Facebook page and just do a post with a link to my Facebook, and at least that way they can hop in. Would that work?
Yes, I'll just go to. Lucky I have 500 technology pieces in my house.
All right. So I'm going to use this paper. It's not the one I just cut, but it's just, I just wanted to show you. I had already cut this paper and I have limited amounts of paper. All right. So, like I said, we are going to, I have little notes for myself. This is one of them that's important. Fold the tab up and then accordion file. And what that means is you have, let's see, here we go. So this cuts and it scores. I think you can see all the lines. So those are all score lines. And then you have this little tab piece. So what I mean is to fold the tab up. So you're going to start this little tab. We're going to fold it up like that. And then we're just going to go back and forth like we would an accordion file. So we've made these before ourselves with just like a rectangle piece of paper, and then we take our scoreboard and then we score them every quarter inch or every eighth an inch, whatever. But this is just so much better because you just cut one piece and it's already done for you. And then you get these 2 edges too, which is really nice. whereas we didn't have that on our cut rectangles. So I'm going to do this for both pieces. I'm just kind of giving it a squeeze to fold on that score line. So that comes together really easy, and then you get that accordion file. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start with that tab. I'm going to fold it up, and then I got the next one is going to go back. I tried it the other way. Well, I just did it the other way, and I'll show you what happens. It's not that it's wrong, but you're going to see where you, because we have to attach these two together, and so you'll see my seam, versus if you start with the tab piece up, you won't see a seam, but I'll show you the difference.
Now I'm going to get feedback in about 1 second, so I'll turn it off straight after.
All right, so everyone block your ears for a second.
Oh.
No?
Well.
I find the multi-purpose liquid glue, which I use for everything anyways, but works really well with this. So we're going to attach these together. So now we still don't have to decide if you want the rounded edge or the triangle edge yet, but you do want to connect them in the same manner. So these are rounded and this is rounded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue right here on this tab piece, and then this end I'm just going to put right on top like that. And so that way, I'll do it now, but that way you won't see the seam. So this, the tab and this part is going down, so it's just going to go right on top. That, and then just give a little squeeze with my fingers.
So the really good thing of when you're using the die is when you put it together, you'll always have the right number. So
exactly.
It will concertina into the right spot.
Yep.
Now I've got some comments here.
Alrighty.
Helen Pennell from Florida. I'm assuming FL is Florida. I do have some ladies watching. They've just taken a long time to come through.
Okay. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. Oh yeah, there's Myrtle. Good.
Because it's got to travel a long way, Christine.
It does. You know, and we did have all those cybersecurity problems the other day, so that was crazy. All right, so now I'm gonna connect this again, so it's gonna become a tube, like a tube or a circle. And again, I still don't have to decide which side I want showing yet, but I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put a little glue in that tab, and then I'm going to just kind of lock that in place. Almost looks like a bracelet when I do that. So that just locks in place. And just give it a pinch. Don't want to use too much glue because then it will ooze out and that makes a mess. All right. So now
I love these colors.
Oh, I'm glad. Oh, yeah. That wasn't me. That was just the paper. All right, so I'm going to make this into a medallion, and I'm going to show you, like this one I already did. So this one, remember I said if you fold the tab up and then you do the accordion file, I did it opposite. I don't know if you're going to see it on here or not, but right here, you can see my tab.
I can't see it.
Okay, well, there's a tab on top of it, so you can kind of see the seam, and on this side too. And then, of course, my finger got stuck to it, and so some of the paper came off. So, no, we're not using that one, but I just wanted to show you. It's if you know, it's not the worst thing if you forget. All right, so we need, oh no, we need something I don't have here. That's okay. I can cut one. Oh shoot, I thought I had everything I needed. Okay, we need a circle, and you can see that one. I'm going to show you how not to do that. Went the wrong way, but first we're just going to cut a circle. I don't have one, but I have my dies. It doesn't matter. You can use either size, works. So I'll just grab that one. And it doesn't matter the color because it's going to be on the back side. And I would just do cardstock, but I think I'm doing white because that's what I have here. Good thing I brought my dies up. I would have been in trouble. I would have had to improvise and put like a square or something on it. All right, so here's a circle. All right, here we go. So I'm going to use my silicone mat just in case I get glue anywhere. So I have my dried little ring here, my little bracelet. So I want to decide, like this one, you can see that the rounded edges are on the outside. And my sample here, this one has more of the angular or the triangles on the outside. So they both look really nice. You just decide which one you want facing out. I'm just going to do whatever this is because it doesn't matter to me. So you're just going to push, you're going to just push it together and it becomes a circle. So it would pop up. You just want to pop it down like that. And then I'm going to do it on this side. So I want the other side is the right side, but I want to glue my medallion on top, and that's just going to give it like sturdiness and then something to attach it. So I'm putting some glue. So I'll show you what I did on my other one in a second, but this works out better if you do it on the wrong side facing up, and then you can see where your medallion, you can center it. And then I just put a block on it to give it a little weight and to let it dry. So where did that other one go? This one I had kind of mushed it on a circle, already a glued circle, and so it was obviously off center. So while that's drying, I'm just going to show you some other things. So these dies make, they are fun things. So obviously we can make a, we just did those, I lost the other one, but we can do those 2 different sized scallops or medallion shapes. These are 2 different sizes and we're going to use them in our tag, but they make fun little, I don't even know what you call them, starburst, suns, fun little shapes. So 2 different sizes.
And you could easily use those as flowers, daisies.
Yes.
On other
you
projects.
Have this piece right here cuts a circle in. Oh, good, you can see it, and it's embossed. So, well, now you can't even tell. I sponged this one because I didn't know if you'd see it more, but you can't.
Yes, you can see it.
All right, so you can do that, and you'll see a sample with that. But then you can get fancy because you can like cut this together, and that would give you that shape.
Oh.
And then you can, and again, you can do that with a smaller one. They have these 2 shapes here. So they make this. So it just does the, like the indentations. I didn't punch out all the holes, but it doesn't cut a circle. It just does, I guess it's like an inlaid look. But then you can always put the scallop together with that circle to do it that way, or you could put 2 together to get that way.
Karen says these are cool dies and shapes, and they are. And
they are fun. And so I think that was all my combinations I made of them. So you can have fun with them. And you could certainly do this like inlays on a card base. So I was just cutting out shapes. All right. So I was just trying to do that while that was drying. And I'll show you, do you want me to show you my 2 other projects now, or should I finish this one and then show you the 2 other projects? What are you thinking? Well, that's dry.
That'll be fine, yeah.
Okay, we can go, that's dry. So it didn't take that long. And it's just so pretty. It's almost like perfect because they did all the work for you, all the measurements and everything.
Yeah, I love, it's an amazing, as I would call it, a rosette. Yeah.
Yeah. So I cut 2 pieces of my, what's it called? Countryside corner dies. So I cut, this is the biggest one, that's beige. I don't know if it comes out as beige, but that's beige. That's the biggest one. And the next one down is Melon Mambo to make my tag. So There are lots of shapes, nesting shapes that you can make to make tags. There's even, I think in the online exclusives, there's specifically shapes that are for tags. I just don't have them. So I'm just cutting a
Ah,
circle. That's an old device, but so I just punched my hole at the same time. So I'm going to put ribbon in. So this is pretty in pink.
what is I'm asking the difficult question now. You
That's
can
all right.
always thank your friends, for asking the question that is
Live.
impossible.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. What is that ribbon? Because it's so pretty, and
Oh, it's pretty in pink. It's
yeah, but
the
which
in
one?
color. There's like
Oh, I've got it.
bordered
I've got it.
bordered
Sorry,
ribbons. So
I
this
wasn't being
ribbon,
funny.
oh there we go. There's a little detail
Yeah,
kind
it
of.
is
It's
beautiful.
really soft and it comes in all the new in colors. Like this one is Summer Splash. It's the same ribbon. It also comes in beige. But it's a nice ribbon. All right, so as I have that here, I'm just gonna lift this up and stamp on the inside because this is my gift tag and I would write, to from. So I just decided to do write time to celebrate because it's gonna say happy birthday on the front. Ooh, that must have been a dirty stamp because that's not quite Melon Mambo, but that's all right. I used it for something else. All right, and so then we're just gonna build it together. So that will go here, and I have two different colors, so we have to decide. I emboss them in white. Happy birthday with green. I think I might like the green, but I also cut out of these shapes, starburst shapes. I think we'll do it that way. Although, hold on, I might have to do it the other way. Yeah, we are going to do that way because my middle is pink, so I'll save those for another project. All right, so I decided to do these two stack on top of each other. One is smaller, one is bigger, and they fit really nice, but you can do them in different colors too, but I didn't, this was a little bit busy, so I didn't want it to get too busy. All right, so we're just going to put some dimensionals on here. That's gonna go right like that. And then now that we have this backing, it's easier to glue it down onto a surface that versus that it would be too wobbly if it didn't have that base. And then I'm just going to glue down this big one right here. I'm going to glue this one right on top. And then I cut these circles out of, oh, I lost it. But that paper, there's two little circles, it's like this. I cut it out of the same paper just on the side. So that tops it like that. All right. So it's still drying, so I'm just going to kind of hold it up a little bit. So that's the tag, similar, just a different color version as that one. So that's on the gift. Oh, I could put them both like that. And then I just
That's
tied it
so
on the bag.
gorgeous.
Isn't that fun? And so the paper really
Ah,
kind of, the paper and then that die does all the work because, it was all pre-cut. So the two other projects I have to show you, and so
ah,
I made this medallion exactly the same way, but my happy birthday, I did the big, where'd the dies? I keep losing everything. I did the big circle, and then I did the one that had the dots on it. I just cut that. I embossed it first, but so you get that nice little detail. And I just put a ribbon in. This is those scallop boxes that are so much fun. So they come like this, and you get a piece to go inside the box. So you just fold it, and then you can tuck a gift card in it, and so it sits flat in it, so it's kind of slanted in the box, which is kind of nice. So you don't have to like dig for the gift card, or you can use it for candy or anything. And then the third project, and I meant
Now
to go
just
to the.
stop.
Okay,
Oh,
go ahead.
stop there for a little while.
Stop.
Everybody's loving this.
Oh, good.
Myrtle loves the tags. Karen says, I must now get this bundle. Tags out of that DSB is so pretty. I
Oh,
love
good.
them all, Christine.
Oh, excellent. I have one more. So I meant to stop at a bakery today, but I didn't. So you could make a cupcake or a cake topper. So do you see I put my medallion, which I did, a little bit differently, and I just put a colored piece of paper, kind of like, I don't know, that one I showed you. So it's this, but I just put another color underneath it, and then I put this on top of it, and I just glued a long kind of skewer. So you could stick it right in a cake or a cupcake for a party, and it's a fun
Chris,
way of decorating cake. Yeah.
Christine, could you just explain how you got that cake topper so much bigger just using the same die?
It's not bigger, it's the same size.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yep, same
rightio.
size. Oh, but maybe it looked bigger, just kind of
It does.
yeah. Oh, and I probably need more glue because it's getting a little wobbly. But yeah, it's the same,
Oh, it
exact
looks
same
huge
size.
compared
Yep.
until you do that. Yep.
Yep. Yep. So they're fun. They're fun. And that, this side of the paper, I don't think would work for these. You have to use the
Yeah.
watercolor wash side for them. So those are my projects.
Love them. And
And I'll take
Karen,
pictures of them and everything too.
a cute topper, she calls it.
Oh, good. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Now,
You ready?
I
Oh,
am ready.
all right. Hold on. There you go.
I am. Now, you mentioned that we've got a new tag set. This
Yep.
is one of the new online exclusives. It's
Oh,
called The
you have
Greetings
it.
of the Season, and I love it. I was very sad saying goodbye to what retired with our beautiful tags. But then when I saw this, I can't remember what we had because I
Mm-hmm.
just love these. So these all come with the technical term, the
The
hole,
punched out hole.
the punch out hole. Thank you. And there's lots of different sizes, etc. there. So I thought you'd be interested
Thank you, because I
in
don't have
seeing
them
that.
yet, but I will because I like
Yes.
them. Yeah.
So I will then also show you, because this is part of a suite, the what is it? I've changed
Full
the
of life.
name. Full of Life, thank you. It comes with these dies and stamp set. Now, what I love about these, and you'll see this in one of my projects, is you have the word friends, and it actually provides the contrasting background. I can actually show you that. So that's
like a nice shadow.
yeah. So you can't
That's
really see
awesome.
it on there,
Yeah,
but I've got
yep.
Granny Apple Green and Pumpkin Pie on that, which are very unusual colours for me to use. So there's a heart. Now, there's so much you can even do with what I would call the negative of when you cut out this heart for leaves. For a few people have been using it for candle toppers, like the little flame, because it's a perfect shape.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot you can do with this. I like the two little hearts, and there's a stamp set that matches. This leaf I'm going to use a fair bit. So that's the die, and you can see quite clearly what's in the stamp. So I will show you. Is this? Yep. What I've got a few projects. I'll show you the first one I made yesterday, thinking that I was getting on top of everything, and I decided that I was going to do a fancy fold card and use the paper as the feature.
Hmm.
And because it's Olympics, I went, of course, Australia, like yours,
Oh,
is red, gold. Yours is red, navy, and white. Is that red, blue, and white?
we
Well, we'll
call it
get there.
red, white, and blue, but same
Red,
colors.
white, and blue, right here. Well, we just have got red, green, and gold. And for some unknown reason, this is the first card that I did. And to be honest, it showed me that it does not work, the color combination.
Hmm.
So I then changed it up and you'll see the card that I made. There's a lot to learn from this card. Is number one, putting a square shape on that card was not a good design feature from my perspective. But it's got the green and gold, hence I don't know how that happened. But it's a lock and slide card.
Hmm.
So I will pull out, that's the one that I threw to the side. So I'll throw it to the side again. I'll show you my actual card that I stuck with. And it's a lot
Ooh,
prettier.
yeah.
And you can see the difference of using colours that work together, even though that other card, the colours matched, the colours actually pop in.
It's the
So I
patterns you
was,
need to match.
yes. So it's a lock and slide card. So it's a gatefold card, and all you do is slide that off, and then you can open it up, and you've got this really nice feature. And I'm going to show you how to make this. Really, it is a simple card, to be honest. And I have instructions for both US and so both metric and US measurements. Now, with the US measurements, because our cardstock is a different size, it's a little hard for me to always get it accurate. So just always just check before you do the cutout. But this turned out really, really pretty. And I've got a second one to show you. Because the top piece can be any shape you like it. It can be any size you like it. But as I said, on that first one, the proportions weren't right. On this one, I learned from the first one, and the proportions worked out really well.
Oh, I'm curious how
So,
you do what, because I did one for club, I don't know, a month or so ago,
ah,
and mine was a little loose. So I'm curious to see. Yours looks like it's nice and tight. So I'm curious to
and
see.
I probably do have the secret to that
Good.
because this is gatefold cards. I don't know. I always find they're really hard to get them to meet perfectly in the center.
Hmm.
And so I learned when I did this a different way of actually doing it. So this is my card base. Now, just remember mine's 8 1/4 wide. Yours is US ones are 8 1/2 and 5 1/2. Now I'm going to score, I'm only going to be talking about the Australian measurements on here because you'll get the measurements for the US ones. It'll get too confusing
Oh
if
yeah,
we actually have to, if I'm doing two.
and I
So
think people, as they're watching, will get it. You know,
I'll look, there's not a lot of difference
yeah.
in reality. So I'm scoring this at 5.2 centimeters. Now I'm doing it really gently, and it's part of the secret or the tip to make this work. So I'm not getting too carried away. I'm just putting a nice line down there. So, and I'm flipping it around 180 degrees and doing another 5.2. And you can just see, well, you can just see that it's got a little fold line there for me to work off. And I'm happy to just turn that in. I've got a bone file and really gently, except obviously I've done that as crooked as a dog's hind leg. I obviously wasn't looking at what I was doing. Have you ever heard that saying before?
No,
As crooked as a dog's hind leg. Ah,
that's great.
see, there's a bit of Australia. It was as crooked as a dog's hind leg too. Um, see, you'll all be speaking a little Aussie at the end of this. I didn't even think of that when I said it. Um, It is, it's still a little crooked, but as it's, I can
Can
fix
I
that.
ask you an Aussie question?
Yeah, of course you can.
Put you on the spot this time.
Yeah.
So Hope and I were watching Bluey last night,
Yes.
and so the dad will always calls everybody mate, like
Yes.
good day mate, or whatever mate, which I love. But do and I've never heard you say that. So is that more of a thing that a man would
Male.
say?
Yeah.
Yes.
A
Okay.
male would, but also it's more old fashioned.
Okay.
It's something probably going back quite a few years, and it's certainly a lot more country. Out in the country, they would use the word mate all the time. City,
Okay.
yeah, not so much. Uh, but we do have mates. So whilst we may not call someone a mate,
Hmm.
males in particular will say, "Oh, I'll go over to my mate's place and pick
Yeah,
something
that
up."
I've heard, but it was just
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually like it. To me, it seemed like a term of endearment, and I liked it. But I never
Oh,
heard you say it, so then it just made me wonder if it was
yeah,
more of a masculine saying, I guess.
it
But
is.
yeah,
Anyway,
okay,
now
thanks.
I
Sorry.
have cut out four squares, 2.5 inches, or what is it in centimeters? 6.4 centimeters. So I've cut four out. Now these can be any size, to be honest. I like little ones because then I had so much more flexibility, but they were still strong enough to do my job, to do the job that I wanted. So I'm going to put two aside, do two, and I'm going to just score at, what is my score line here? Score at 3.2 centimeters. And if you're in America, if you're using imperial, you're going to be scoring at 1.25. They're both identical, whatever I've just given.
So I'll post for those in the US watching. I will post the directions after Anne sends them to me
Yeah.
for everybody.
Because
The
as you know, we
measurements.
can't let each other know what we're doing.
Right.
So I couldn't actually send her, Christine, the instructions.
Hmm.
So then I'm just folding these in half.
Ah,
So
okay. So
as you
you did yours
see,
different than me. Okay.
this I fiddled a lot yesterday to try and work out how to make one of these.
Hmm.
So as you see, that's how they will sit. I'll grab one of these pieces and I'm going to use my tear and tape if I can find it. Yes, I can. And I'm just trying to think how I'm doing this. Now this tear and tape is new, so out of the pack. So it's going to be really easy to use. The older it gets, the harder sometimes it is to peel it
Oh, I didn't
and
know that.
even tear it. Yeah. Because I look, truly, I've got tear and tape probably from 10 years ago. Not because I don't use it, it's because I got a little carried away and bought a bit much. And it goes forever. So I've peeled that piece off. So I just put it down two sides, two of the long sides. And I want my fold in the center of this piece of cardstock. So I know I want to just line this up with the very edge. And look, to be honest, does the world come to an end if it's not perfect? No, it doesn't, because you can't even see the thing. But you do want it to be as straight as possible because that holds that top piece nice and square. And normally when I do this, I actually use a ruler or something, but I tried that yesterday and whatever I was on, it slipped everywhere.
What do you mean you were designing this yesterday?
Last night, to be honest, about midnight, we were looking at a better option than that green and gold one. So I'm just, so now it looks like that. So that's your flat card piece
Hmm.
with half of the others on it, and it's got this piece here. Then all I have to do is shove. Don't you like that? That's another stamping technical term. Shove another piece on top, or adhere another piece on top. This time I don't use the strong one. I just get my multi-purpose glue.
The glue is pretty strong anyways.
It is. And I'll put it in the middle. Truly, there's not that much pressure on this. Might look like there is. I don't. So there we go. And I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Now remember that hasn't dried, but it's got now the lock and the runner to be able to do what I want it to do.
So,
So
all right, so that's completely different than I did, but I like it because, and I don't have one up here to show you. My slide lock worked, but it was loose, so it could slide right off.
well, mine
So
certainly won't
yours is
slide
nice
off.
and secure.
Yep. Now,
I like that.
the other thing, this was I had to work this out, so I had no idea. There may be a better way, but I'm sitting here now. So all I'm doing here is just sliding it in. Now, once it's together, you would put it on like that. Because now the thing here is in a normal gatefold card, these two edges are always right on top of each other. But I've added this little piece of paper, so I don't want it right on the top. And that's why I said do these score lines really gentle, because you want to place this in before you do anything else, make your mechanism, and then when you're happy with it, then you can reinforce all those folds. And you got that nice little gap. It's a perfect gap. This one is slightly smaller, but that's because I tried to straighten that dog's hind leg out. Rightio. So now I have my two pieces of designer series paper.
We use the
So
same piece.
we did. That's and the surprise is it
Oh,
did
that's
make
funny.
me laugh. Oh, it's such a pretty piece. As soon as you said you were using
Yeah.
Mambo, I went, yep. This piece is 13.6 centimeters by 4.8 centimeters wide. So let's glue this down. It's not going to take very long. It is a really easy technique. This kind of looks confusing, but it's so easy.
No, because you're cutting four of the same size,
Yeah.
and then you just fold and glue and fold and glue it. I love it. So mine was done. I had two versus you have four, and instead of the your mechanism, I just put them together with foam strip,
Ah,
which works, but
see,
it's not as tight.
yeah, I couldn't, to be honest, I had no idea how to do it. I just had seen one and I went, funny, now I have to work out how to do
Yeah.
it.
No, I like your way.
Oops, I've put that.
Myrtle says, "I love this card, Anne."
Oh, thank you, Myrtle.
And Karen says, "I love this fold." She likes your card. And
Yeah.
Glenda, who I'm not sure if she's still watching or not,
She's
she was
probably
having
mine. I have two Glendas.
no, I know that she was having
Oh,
reception issues, so she's going to
oh,
watch it later. So thank you, Glenda, for watching the replay.
I know. So that's, you can see how beautiful that paper is.
Mm-hmm.
And then all I have to do is I'm going to add this piece to here. My ear piece is falling out. Wait a sec. Now, as you see from here, I added the stamp because it just looked a little,
Yeah, no,
well,
it
you
needs
can
it.
see
It needs it.
it.
Yeah.
It looked a little plain, so I added that in Memento Black. And then I looked at how I cut out this one, and I've got 3 lines in this one. So this is going to be a little more difficult to do I don't think I've got any sitting
I
around
would
here really.
stamp one in the middle, like the middle towards the bottom corner.
Wait a
And
minute.
then,
So where are you saying there?
yep,
That one.
I
Okay.
would. And then you'll see where else to put them. Or
That's,
down a little bit. Oh, too late.
oh, too late, Christine. So
And
where
then
would you put the other one?
then I would put, yep, on that blue bottom left, but up a little bit so that the stem is on the circle. No, let's see. Put the stem, no, that's the top. Yep.
There? Like that?
Yep.
Oh.
Or not, if you don't like it.
Stamping by instructions. This one. I know. And there's something similar on this?
Yeah, but I would put it over a little bit to the, yeah.
I know. Now, I've got a happy birthday here to put. I might put that just down there.
Yep.
I don't. So let's put this together first.
I like the black leaf on that paper a lot.
Yeah, it makes it pop a little bit.
And I think you need to use black. I don't think any color would work.
Well, I did start on a few cut, not without trying. I went, ooh, no, I don't like that.
Yeah, no, I think you need black.
Now, there's my mechanism. Remember that I've already made it. And it doesn't matter which side you put it on, but because I've already folded this side, and it's got this pieces that fold for me easier. I'm just going to adhere it on here. And look, it doesn't really matter, but I will center it just for my
So
OCD. Yes. And there's no reason not to center it.
Yeah. So Karen said she makes her slide and locks this way.
Ah. I know. So let's get it up the right way. Not that I haven't got a little bit of option. I'm going to pop this up here. I kind of feel looks a bit square.
Put it on the card. Slide it on the card first before you put the.
Oh, dear.
I mean, sorry for telling you what to do.
Yes, man. I know. So we're going to slide this down.
And then if I was making the card, I'll wait till you put it on.
Sorry, my ear. Every time my
Your ear's falling out.
It isn't this difficult to put it on, to be honest. I'm just making it look difficult.
If I was making it, I would find your I would have it overhang. Keep it like there, but have it overhang on the right. No. Put it back in the bottom corner. Yeah, up a little bit.
Yeah, rightio. And that looks quite good. And that ruins those edges. Not ruins those edges. Makes those edges irrelevant because it was looking a little too square.
I'm like the pushy older sister.
Well, because you're so much older than me, Christine.
Oh, sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
And in that tone, as if I may have lied. And for everybody who is listening and going, she's not telling the truth, is she? No, I'm not. I am slightly by many years older than Christine.
But we're still friends.
Yes. Alrighty. So there we go. Now I'm going to open this up. Now normally you're not going to do what I just did. You would actually slide it up. I don't know why normally you would do this up here like that. Open it up. I've got this piece here, which the measurements are on the sheet that I'm providing. I've already cut a matching piece from the front. Let's be honest, I had it left over. So I'm going to get rid of that for a second. Just put a bead of glue along the bottom here. I'm going to pick which part of this, and I want it right at the bottom because of that pattern. I don't want a little white border that I always leave. As you see, always leave a border, but on this one I didn't want to, so I just
No, because it's white on it.
yeah, it wouldn't look very good, and I didn't want to waste any more paper. Then I'm going to do, hopefully I've got the ink over here. I'm going to put the melon mambo. I always say
It
mumbo,
is
I know.
funny with it. We both use the same color ink pad of all those like 14 colors in the pack.
I know. So I'm just adding the best. Then in the black, I'm adding the wishes. I'm trying not to get anything more on here.
I like
And
how the
then,
words overlap.
oh, thanks. And then I wanted the heart, which is sitting on my desk over here. And look, I always share when I make a mistake. Now you may think that my hearts are in an unusual place here, which they are, and that would be because I may have had black on my hands and I had to hide a little black mark. So there's always a way of fixing, I always
But
say
you
anyway.
know what, Anne? When I sign my cards, I always put a heart and then sign my name. So you could use that stamp, put it below like you did, and then just sign your name next to the heart.
I could. I don't know why I'm making this feel this like look so difficult when it is so easy. I know. It is really, really easy, and I know you're all laughing at me. It is not difficult. Let's see. It's just difficult for me today when I'm doing this live. So I'll grab my heart. That's the stamped heart. And I probably would have put it up there, but now, I don't know, now Christine's got me putting it down here. Probably not at that angle, but it is now. I know. And then I will gently adhere this on the inside of the card, and then it will be finished. Then I'll just show you very quickly. I've done most
That is
of
so
the...
much glue you just put on the back of that.
I hear that all the time, I think,
Oh my
Christine.
goodness, that is so much glue.
I'm supporting my business.
That's right. That's right.
I know. So then I'll slide this one. I think I've actually got to look at it when I line this up rather than doing what I've been doing. How easy was that? I know. Slide that up just a smidgen.
I love it.
And there we go. So there's the two. Turn out totally different just because I cut the paper out. But I've got another version here, which I've used completely different colours. And I'll put this mechanism together really quickly, just in case this time I'll use green glue or multi-purpose glue.
As she's gluing, I'm going to
Yes.
interject for a second. So we usually decide before we go live what our next theme or product or idea is going to be for the next live. But this time we decided we're going to let you guys decide what we're going to do. And we thought we would, if there's a technique that we can do in an hour, each a half
Is
an
that
hour.
enough glue, Christine?
That's good.
You sure?
Oh my goodness. That's like 4 times the amount I was using. You're putting on more.
I'm just checking. It's got a stick.
I just go around the edges and that's that. Just
Yeah,
do a
but
square.
you know, mine's got to last a lifetime.
So if you guys can think of a technique or even a poll, I guess, of what you want us to do, and we'll take in your suggestions. We'll pick one.
And we
So
might,
all of you guys, if we know how to do it,
yeah, and if not, we'll have to
we'll
learn
learn.
it. Yeah. I don't know. We got any ideas?
Let's see. I'll give them a
Looks a
second
little
to.
bland.
Oh, that was we. No, don't take that the wrong way. Remember, you said before you stamped the leaf that was
Oh,
kind of yeah. So that's what she
yes.
was replying to.
Whew. It's okay. I was just about to cry, but it's okay. Now, I am showing, demonstrating, and I've lost my the die pack. Oh, come on.
You
These are the
showed it.
new
Oh, that one.
dies, Spotlight on Nature,
Mm-hmm.
and I just can't see them on my desk. Oh, here they are. Oops. As you see, everything is sitting on top of it. These don't match any the stamp set. The stamp set has got the butterfly and the flowers, but it
Mm-hmm.
comes with these beautiful circles. Have a look at them. These, I mean, they're all different.
But they
So
have nice edges.
does this and this. So I'm going to just put this flat on here. This card doesn't take because I've done all the work for it. So I went with like the green and purple toning for the layer. As you see, then it pops a little bit. It had plenty of room to fit my friend on, but I wanted just to add a happy birthday. Oh, and I'll do this in black just because I've got black on the desk. I might just
Did you ink it?
gotta find black. Oh, here it is. This is from the stamp set that I've been using. It's
Oh,
got a
yeah.
whole lot of sentiments on it.
I forget the name of it. It's on the one. It's it's on the
Friends for
same
life.
pages. Oh, I thought
Friend,
it was that Ephemera page.
no, it isn't. But I could have used it, and I can't. I went looking for a really simple. I've got that. Not real good, but anyway. Now I could have used these sheets, but this is not going to take very long, so I've got plenty of room to fiddle with. I am a little sensitive about the amount of glue that I'm using now.
Sorry.
Won't be the first time. I think every session someone says it. So I want this at a bit of an angle. So I've kept this really simple, but I just wanted to show you I can use any shape on this. So here's my thing, my mechanism as I call it. Why am I doing it like this? But anyway, so now I've put this on. This one's a little tighter for my bone folder. Then I can just reinforce those folds. Then all I have to do is stick that on there,
Oh, that looks
and
great.
you can see how pretty, and it's quite an impressive, and it shows you
Mm-hmm.
that you
A
can
big
use
pop.
a circle. I'm just going to glue this on. I'm not doing a center for this. A thin bead, Anne. I think that's what Christine is talking about, and then a little cross in the center. Takes twice as long, but that's okay. And then I'm going to put this here. Perhaps I better, this is a little tighter, this one. I'm only doing that. The easiest way is, let's just do it as you should do it, just like that. Now that won't, be dry yet, but you will see how then you'll feed it on, and so you could do a circle. So there's so many different ways you can use that technique. And have we got any ideas of what?
So yeah, Jenny says, so beautiful the tree set, which I don't have,
I don't
or
have.
texture paste, which I think would be like embossing paste.
Yeah.
So that's one option. And that's it. No one else.
Thank
No
you,
one else
Karen,
is.
for sticking up for me too. She said, it's my glue. I can use it as I like.
I didn't see that one.
You didn't read that one out, Christine?
No, I didn't see it. That's
Oh.
funny. That's funny.
Now, spotlight on
Myrtle
nature
says,
dies.
yeah, that's what you just use it. Myrtle says, love your card. She must try it out. Yeah, that's I really like Anne's way of doing it.
Yeah.
All right.
So, some more ideas. What would you like? Are there any techniques?
I'm gonna put us all on here. So just so you know, your faces.
Good idea. Yeah. It's covered in glue, probably.
Do you see it's dark now? When we started,
it is.
Anne was commenting that it was still light out here, but now it's dark.
So Jenny, you should do your arrow fold card, but that doesn't help your customers. And I'm probably going to do that with on a Facebook Live coming up as well.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to do the arrow fold card for a club project as well, so I will make a separate video of that. And yeah, so as you guys, because I know there's a replay people too, so replay people, you can put a technique down there.
Good idea.
Embossing paste is good, Jenny, but it's going to make a mess for our small spaces. That's my only my only hesitation is because I have a small desk and it's going to make a mess. But maybe we'll still do it. So yeah, so put your techniques down there and we'll figure it out. It just shows that we hadn't thought of ahead of time.
Let you know. So the next
oh, I didn't even look at the date.
For some unknown reason,
look at the calendar. I can look at the calendar.
Oh, you got a calendar there.
Yep. So August, it would be for the US, it would be August 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So the same time we started. And then for Australia, it would be August 30th. I think, is it 10 a.m.?
Yeah. Now, so you haven't gone into daylight saving by then?
Not until November.
Right, that makes sense.
So
Karen said about packaging tape, which
packaging tape makes it shiny.
I've only ever used it a couple of times for like a scrappy,
I've never used it for paper crafting. I just use it to seal my envelopes shut when I mail catalogs. All right.
Ideo. Well,
we'll come up with something
with some ideas, because it's rather than us.
And even if we don't use the idea for next month, we can use it in future lives as well.
Yeah, which is true. Yeah.
And
it saves us having to think as hard as we do for ideas. So it might be a really good thing.
Or we show you something you want to learn.
Yes. Easy. Ideo. Well, we better say goodbye to everybody. We've hardly spoken. Christine and I have hardly spoken in the last month.
I know. We really haven't. And so I've missed you.
Yes, I know.
And then we didn't speak when you were away. So it's been a long time.
3 months. I forget that. Yep. But we did talk before that a bit. Ideo. Well, goodbye, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in, for leaving your lovely comments. Keep leaving some ideas for us for the August Facebook Live. And there was something I was about to say. There's only, for us, I don't know, 4 days left for bonus days. For every $90 you spend, you get a $9 coupon to spend in August. And Christine?
So that must mean we have 5 days left. And ours is $50, and you get a $5 coupon, and I'm also tying it into my mystery host party. So if you place any size
Ooh,
order, even if you don't get a bonus day coupon, if you place any size order, it will get applied to the mystery host party. And on August 1st, we'll pick somebody who's the mystery host.
I know.
All
I
right. So
thought I
we'll
should
take
put my
pictures of our
yeah,
projects and we'll post them on our respective, or we'll post each other's on our Facebook pages.
yeah,
And yeah, I think we're good.
idea. Well, thanks everybody.
Thank
Bye
you
from
so much for
Australia.
watching both live
And
and on the replay. And we love getting together with each other and we love getting together with you. So it makes it fun. So
and
yeah.
I'm expecting to hear some more as crooked as a dog's hind leg.
Yeah. I guess Karen
More
said
sound.
she knew that expression. I had never heard it. So I don't even know what we say crooked. I'll have to think. I don't even know what we say.
I didn't even think
Alrighty.
about that one. Bye
Yeah.
everybody.
Bye everyone. Thanks.